This is Charles Peckham. I'm coming to you from Peckham PLLC informally today to talk to you a little bit about the election of Donald Trump as the President of the United States and how that will affect employment laws going forward for the next 4 years. Well, all we have to go on so far is what President-elect Trump said during the campaign season. So let's go through that a little bit and encapsulate how that relates to employment law. First, we know that he has been a proponent of 6 weeks of paid leave, and that's paid leave, for maternity and elder care. We also know that he has been a proponent of tax credits or tax benefits for child care. And I anticipate that that may have some relation to employment law if there's a requirement that employers pay for child care or assist in child care. Certainly we know that he has been a proponent of the $10 an hour increase in the minimum wage, although he has said that he'd like to see that happen in the states. And I anticipate what he means by that is that he'd like to see competition between the states so that businesses will increase the minimum wage to entice more workers to those areas and to those states. So I don't know that we're going to see anything on the federal level with regards to the increase in the minimum wage. We also know, of course, this has been a rally point for Donald Trump, is the repeal of the Affordable Care Act. And so although there hasn't been really any indication about what he would replace it with as far as a federal government mandate or a federal government push system, but we do know that he has given some indication that he'd like to see it go back to a private insurer type system. So we'll look and see what President Trump pushes in that regard. We also know, of course, his other hallmark plan was with regards to immigration, and so we anticipate a step up in I-9 compliance. During the campaign, soon-to-be President Trump discussed enforcing for all employers the E-Verify system, and that would allow the government to assist employers in verifying that labor that they're hiring is in fact legally able to work in the United States. Probably the most pressing matter is that on December the 1st, overtime rules are going to change based upon the regulations through the Department of Labor. And right now there is a lawsuit that is filed in the state of Texas in the federal courts where an injunction is sought, and if the injunction is enforced, stopping the enforcement of that December 1st rules change and regulatory change, then when President Trump takes office, he may very well change those regulations or have the Department of Labor change those regulations. Of course, the largest part of being the president is the appointment of people to these boards and people to these departments, and so we're going to be looking to see who gets appointed to the Department of Labor board, the EEOC, OSHA, the NLRB, and most importantly, of course, for the interpretation of all of these laws, and also Title VII, Section 1981, and the rest, are to see who he appoints to the federal judiciary, including the United States Supreme Court. So we'll be looking. It'll be an interesting 4 years. Hold tight. When we get more updates, we'll let you know, and keep plugging ahead.